So dear students, so today topic is our the continuations of lymphatic systems regarding that is the study of composition functions of lymph and as well as structure and functions of lymph node and as well as spleen, and also we learn regarding the some common lymphatic disorders. So first one is the lymph. So lymph, it is similar to the blood. It is also involved in the circulations of the body fluids. It is also play important role in the recirculations of the body fluids and certain nutritions and substance, so that was left by the systemic circulations. So lymph, it is comes from the Latin word. So lymph in the Latin, the lymph means the water. It means it is a watery substances. It is look like a clear yellowish fluid. So when you are extracted lymph from the lymph node, it look like a milky. Okay, so milky in the colors. Also in the Latin, the lymph means the waters. So it indicates it is like watery, clear, and yellowish fluids. So the lymph, it is the fluid that flow through the lymphatic systems, including lymph vessels, lymph capillaries, lymph node, then lymph organs like spleen, thymus gland, then thoracic ducts. So many lymphatic organ it can passes through. Okay, and finally it can drain the or it can reconnect the systemic circulations at the left and right subclavian veins or in the near the superior vena cava. Okay, so along with the fluid or water, it can carries the various proteins and various substance or nitrogenous substance and as well as the waste material. So those are macromolecule or larger in size. So those are left by the our systemic circulations. So actually the lymph, it is formed from the interstitial fluid. So interstitial fluid, it is a fluid, it is present between the tissues. So after metabolisms, after systemic circulations, the whatever the fluid is there in the systemic circulations in the capillaries, arteries, and veins, van also, so they can supply the nutritions to the cells with the help of the capillaries. So capillaries always present so near the cells or near the metabolic cells, so where the exchange can be taken place regarding the oxygen, nutrition, carbon dioxide, many hormones, enzymes, glucose, as well as amino acids and fats. Okay, so then the cells will be utilized those, and it gives new substances and as well as the waste material. Some cells utilize their amino acids, then they are produces the protein. So that protein is expelled from the cell by a exocytosis process that was known as the cell shrinkage. So due to some conditions or any external stimuli, the size of the cell was decreases due to accumulations of calcium. So that process was known as the exocytosis, that is helpful for expel of the substances or hormones, so that was synthesized inside the cell or inside the cytoplasma. So then that all the contents or nutrition, so they are present around the cell only. So around the cell or between the cell, some fluid is present. So that fluid is known as the interstitial fluid. So this fluid is carried by the our systemic circulations. So around 22 liters of interstitial fluid is present in our body. So that was maximum 80% that was recirculated by the systemic circulation. That systemic circulation is made with the help of the arteries, arterioles, capillaries, and as well as the veins and venules. So they carries the interstitial fluid from one place to another place. They are containing rich of nutrition along with the electrolytes only. So those are micromolecules. So their size is smaller than the diameters of the capillaries. Actually, in some book there mentions on the diameters of capillaries only 100 daltons. Okay, so those particle size or substance size, so their size is less than 100 dalton. Those only easily, so they enter inside the capillaries from the interstitial fluid. But proteins, so these are considered as the macromolecules or larger size molecules. So that's why our systemic circulation is failed to recirculate the protein or to transport the protein from site of synthesis to the different parts of the body, but that was transmitted or transported by a lymph or lymphatic system. So that's why the lymph is derived from the interstitial fluid, or the compositions of the lymph is similar to the interstitial fluid, the fluid present between the cells or between the tissues, because it is the origin of the lymph is, that is towards the only from the interstitial fluid, where the systemic circulations are failed to recollect or recirculate. So that's why the origin or the lymph is derived from the interstitial fluid. So the rate of the lymph flow is 120 ml per hour. Okay, so in our body, in the lymphatic vessels or in the lymphatic system, the lymph will be flow, that is the 120 ml per hour. Okay, per hour around 120 ml of the lymph that was recirculated in the lymphatic vessels or in the lymphatic system. But regarding the systemic circulation, it should be, that is around 5 liters, approximately 5 liters per minute. That is our cardiac outputs that can be recirculated. But regarding the lymph, that was only 120 ml of lymph, so that can flow into or enter into the blood in the right and left subclavian veins per hour. So among 120, so 100 ml per hour, so that was deposited or drained in the thoracic duct. So the thoracic ducts, so they are mainly present in the thoracic cavities, just in the chest, below the chest bone. Some nodes are joined together, or the blood vessels or the lymphatic vessels joined together, so they are forms the one duct. So that duct can collect the our lymph from the upper part of the body. Okay, so that is around 100 ml per hour. So remaining 20 ml from the 120, so that can drain or deposited in the right lymphatic duct. Okay, so that's why the lymph flow around 120 ml per hour among only 100 ml that can deposit per hour in thoracic duct, and remaining 20 ml per hour, so that can drained or stored or deposited or returned to their systemic circulation in through a right lymphatic ducts. So this is the rate of flow of the lymph as compared to our systemic circulations. But our systemic circulation is around 5 liters per minute that was recirculated throughout the body with the help of arteries, arterioles, capillaries, veins and venules, and only among 120 that was recirculated with the help of the lymphatic system in the form of the lymph. So that's why the lymph play important role in the recirculations of the body fluid and certain essential nutrition, and also removal of the waste material that was left by the systemic circulations. So regarding the compositions of lymph, so lymph, like a blood, it is also consist of organic substances, inorganic substances, as well as the cellular contents. So regarding the organic substances like a blood, it is also consist of the proteins. So as compared to the blood, the proteins are more in the lymph as compared to the our plasma or blood. Okay, so it is around 2 to 6% of solids. Among proteins, it consists of albumin, globulins, fibrinogen, prothrombin, clotting factors, antibodies, and as well as the enzymes. So albumin, globulin, so they helpful for the development of the cells and repairing process in the tissues or in the cells, and as well as the albumin, globulin, so they acts as the carrier for transportations of the various immunoglobulins or various natural antibodies, those are secreted in our body, and various hormones like T3, T4. So they are transported from thyroid gland to a different part of the body with the help of the globulin. And certain drugs are there. So they are also transported by binding to the albumin and globulin in our blood and as well as the lymph. So that's why the lymph is also play important role the redistributions of the hormones, redistributions of the certain enzymes, and redistributions of the certain drugs. Okay, it is also consist of fibrinogen and prothrombin and clotting factors. So that's why the lymphatic system is also play important role in the blood coagulation process, because due to presence of fibrinogen, prothrombins and clotting factors, and is also transported between the interstitial fluid. So if any tissues are damaged means, so where, so these fibrinogens are activated or clotting factors are activated, then they are inside the blood coagulation. So that was helpful for further that to prevent the that is leakage of the fluid from that particular type of tissues or infiltration of fluid from that particular organs due to blood coagulation. So that's why the lymph also play important role in the blood coagulation. So lymph, it is also consist of various enzymes. So those are helpful for regulations of various biochemical reactions, and as well as the lymph, it consists of the natural antibodies like IgA, IgM, IgD. See, these all are natural antibodies, and each antibodies they having unique functions. So they are having the capability to invade the microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, yeast, parasites. So for example, so that is IgM. Okay, so it is having the capability to neutralize the virus or to neutralize the bacteria. So that's why in the COVID-19 we are targeting the IgM. So those persons or people, they having the reach of IgM, so they are free from the COVID infections. Okay, because so that IgM, it is having the capability to neutralize the virus, to neutralize the bacteria. If they are weakened, they are failed to destroy the virulence or viruses, then only we are suffering from the COVID-19 infections. Regarding another examples like antibodies IgE. So this IgE, it is having the capability to neutralize the local autocytes or allergens. So due to that, so that IgE is involved in the hypersensitive reactions or allergic reactions. So allergic reactions, one type of the defense mechanism, it can indicate the foreign invaders or foreign allergens, so they are entering our body. So due to that, our body immune system can activate, it can release the IgE, then IgE, it can fight against the allergen. So due to that, the IgE concentration increases, then only we are suffering from the allergic reaction, hypersensitivity reactions and bronchial asthma. Okay, so like that, so due to presence of the antibodies, the lymph, it's play important role in the defense mechanisms by invading the foreign substances and microorganisms. So regarding the lipid, so the lymph, it consists of 5 to 15% of the lipids. Okay, regarding the chylomicrons and as well as the lipoproteins. So these are required for the formations of plasma membranes. If the ratios increase means, then they are responsible to cause of the blockage of the blood vessels or myocardial infarction or atherosclerosis. But in normally the lipoproteins, so they are required for the source of energy or certain required for the synthesis of the certain steroidal hormones. So next one is the regarding the carbohydrates. It is consists the mainly glucose about 120 mg per deciliter or per 100 ml of lymph. It consists of 120 mg. So this like that our blood is also containing around 120 mg per deciliter. If it is exceed, then it is considered as the diabetes mellitus. Okay, so like in the lymph also, the percentage, the ratio of the glucose is around 120 mg per deciliter of the blood or per 100 ml of blood. So regarding the amino acids, the lymph, it consists of the all type of the amino acids. So totally we are having 21 amino acids. So the all 21 amino acids, they are present in the lymph. It means the lymph is also play important role in the protein synthesis, because protein synthesis, it is mainly depending upon the supply of the amino acids. So here the lymph, it's play important role in the supply of amino acid to systemic circulation. So that's why the lymph is also play important role in the protein synthesis or enzyme synthesis or protein nature hormone synthesis. So next one is the regarding the inorganic substances. The lymph, it mainly consists of sodium, calcium, potassium, chloride and bicarbonate. And sodium, it is required for to accelerate the cells functions, calcium required for the contractions and conductions of masses, potassium is required for relaxation of cells, and chloride bicarbonate, so they play important role in the acid base balance. It means the lymph is also play important role to regulate the cellular functions. okay, and as well as it is involved in the acid base balance. So next one is the lymph. It is also consist of the cellular contents. The main components or cells they are present in the lymph is that is the lymphocytes. Okay, so they are around 1 to 2 thousands per cubic millimeter of blood, that is the lymph. So they are present in the our lymph. So that's why the lymph is play important role in the regulations of immunity as compared to the blood. In the blood the lymphocytes number is less, but as the compared to the blood, the lymph or lymphatic system it consists of around 1 to 2 thousands of the lymphocytes per cubic millimeter of blood. Once again, the lymphocytes they are mainly categorized into two types: T cell or T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. T lymphocytes, so they are involved in the regulations of cellular mediated immunity because it consists of five types of cells. That is the memory cells, plasma cells, then natural killer cells and suppressor cell and cytotoxic cells. So these all cells, so they having the unique functions, they having the capability to invade the microorganisms. So that's why the T cells, so they are involved in the cellular mediated immunity. So another type of the lymphocytes are beta lymphocytes. So they are mainly secrete the, that is immunoglobulin like IgA, IgD, IgM like that. So they are also involved in the to regulate the immunity or immune power or to invade the foreign microorganisms. So the lymph is also consist of the monocytes. As you know, the monocytes they are mainly involved in the phagocytosis process. Phagocytosis means engulfing of the macromolecules. So the bacteria, so they are the larger size. Certain antigens, so they are the larger size. Parasites, so they are larger size, or they are macromolecules. So they are destroyed by eating or engulfing by a special type of cells. Those are present in the lymph as well as the blood, and those are known as the monocytes. And here the lymph it also consists of the monocytes. That's why the lymph is involved in the phagocytosis process. So the lymph it also consists of the macrophages. So macrophages they are also involved in the to invading the microorganisms by secretions of the various interleukins and cytokines. Okay, so that's why through the secretions of interleukin and certain immune components through a macrophages, it is involved in the two regulations of the immunity. And as well as the lymph it consists of the plasma cells. So as you know, so plasma cells are the type of T cells and beta cells. In the T cells, it can remember the events. According to that, it can involve to prepare the secretions. In the beta cells, so these plasma cells, they are acts as storage for the natural antibodies or immunoglobulins. So once the infection occurs means, so particular type of the immunoglobulin was synthesized. So that was synthesized, stored in the plasma cells. Okay, so in the next time, if the same virus is enter means immediately it can release that particular type of immunoglobulins. For example, once again in the COVID-19 we are taking the vaccinations or vaccine, that is co-vaccines. So those co-vaccines, so they are accelerate the immunoglobulins, especially IgM. Then our plasma cell they will be having a reach of immunoglobulin IgM. In any conditions, in circumstances, if the virus enter means, that is the COVID-19 enter means, immediately the plasma cells it can release the IgM. Then IgM it can fight that COVID-19 or that viruses. Then it can neutralize. Then we are free from the COVID-19 infection. So that is the role of the vaccines. So those vaccines they can stimulate the immunoglobulin production. They are stored in the plasma cells. And here the lymph it also consists of the plasma cells. So that's why it's play important role in the recirculation of the immunoglobulins in the case of the regulations of the immunity or in the case of the emergency to fight against the microorganisms or to need to invade the microorganisms. Okay, so next one is regarding the functions of lymph. So before that you should be know the image, this one. So this image it is indicate the extractions of the lymph from the thoracic duct injury. Okay, it is look like a similar to the our milk. So milk is also consist of rich of protein. So due to presence of protein in the milk, it look like a white. And here the lymph is also consist of the rich of protein. So that's why when you puncture the thoracic duct, so when you are extracting the lymph from thoracic duct, it can look like a milk. Okay, so that's regarding the, now we can learn regarding the functions of lymph. So the lymph, it's play important role to keep the cell moist, or the lymph, it's play important role in the recirculations of the fluid between the cells. Due to that, it can keep the cell is a moist, and it can avoid the dryness of the external cellular environment by recirculating fluid from one place to the another place. So due to presence of lymph, the cells are not dry, or the external environment of cells always moist. So that environment is required for the to do the functions of the cell. And as well as the lymph, it's play important role in the transport of oxygen, hormones, nutrition to different parts of the body, and removes the, that is the metabolic waste material from the cells. So like the blood, the lymph is also play important role in the transportations of oxygen from one place to the another place, and as well as recirculations of the hormones and along with the nutrition, because the rich of glucose, the rich of proteins and certain rich of lipids, so they are also present in the lymph. So that's why the lymph play important role in the recirculations of the nutrition from one place to the another place of the body, and as well as it is helpful for the removal of the waste material, so that was occurs from the cells after its metabolisms, like urea, creatinine, many waste materials are there, so they are also removed by the lymph. And lymph is also play important role in the transport of antibodies, because of presence of the plasma cells. It's play important role in the transport of the lymph, that is immunoglobulins, and as well as it can involve in the transport of the lymphocytes from one side to the where the infection is present or towards the blood, because 1 to 2 thousands of the lymphocytes, so they are present in the lymph itself. In the case of emergency, or if any foreign particle is enter in the blood, so on that time the lymph, it can recirculate the lymphocytes to the blood for to regulate the immunity or immune system by a blood. So that's why the lymphs, they are play important role in the regulations of the immunity. And as well as the lymph, it is helpful for to maintaining the compositions of tissue fluid and as well as the volume of the blood. So as the volume of blood is decreases, then the lymph, it can carry the interstitial fluid and supply to the blood, then automatically the blood volume become the 5 liters. So due to any stress or any shock, or in the case of burning, the plasma can be lost continuously, so that was replaced by the lymph. On that time, the lymph circulation was increases. The lymph can collect the extra fluid from the interstitial fluid or between the tissues and supply to the blood. So that's why in the case of stress or emergency or in the case of burning, so the lymph is helpful for to maintain the compositions of the tissue fluid and as well as the volume of the blood. Okay, the lymph, it also play important role in the absorptions of the fat from the small intestine and supply to the liver for synthesis of the desired fat through a lymphatic vessel. It is one of the major functions of the lymph. So lymph, it was play important role in the absorptions of free fatty acids, okay, chylomicrons, lipoproteins after the digestions of the cholesterol and triglyceride lipids in the small intestine in the presence of various digestive enzymes. So those carried towards the liver, that is the liver, with the help of lymphatic vessel by a lymph. Okay, so lymph, it is helpful for absorption of the fat from the intestine and circulate to the liver. So then the liver, so it is involved in synthesis of triglyceride, cholesterol, and many others lipids. Those are required for our body. So whatever you taken the lipid from the food, so those do not require. We do not require the animal fat. So animal fat is not suitable for us. Okay, but that was digested in the oral cavity as well as in the small intestine. Then after that, it can produce the chylomicrons, lipoproteins, and as well as the free fatty acids, and these are required for our body. So these are absorbed and entered towards the liver. Then liver utilizes these lipoproteins and involved in the synthesis of that is human cholesterol, human triglyceride. Then they are involved in the synthesis of various enzymes and steroidal hormones and steroidal various other compounds they are required for our body. So like that, the lymph, it's play important role in the recirculations of the lipids and fats by providing the absorptions from the small intestine and circulated to the liver with the help of the lymphatic vessels. And also the lymph, which can prevent the invasions of microbes and as well as foreign substances inside the lymph node. Okay, so lymph, so if any microorganism present around the external environment of the tissues, it can collected by the lymph and circulate towards the lymph node, and lymph node having the special structure. So in the lymph node, the lymph can be accumulated, and the lymph node is consist of the reach of the lymphocytes and macrophages and phagocytes. So where, so these all microbes are invaded. So that's why the lymph, it is involved in the invasions of microbes and as well as the foreign substances. Next one is the lymph is also play important role in the redistributions of the body fluid. So that was left by systemic circulation, that can recirculate it to the our systemic circulation. That is another functions of the lymphatic system or lymph. So this is the regarding the functions of the lymph. So now we learn regarding the lymph node. So lymph node is nothing but junctions of the two and more lymphatic vessels. So lymphatic vessels, so they can collect the lymph from the lymphatic capillaries, and lymphatic capillaries, so they are present near the metabolic cell. Their functions are structured similar to the systemic capillaries, but regarding diameter, so they are having the larger diameter as compared to the systemic capillary. So that's why, so they allow the macromolecules. So that lymphatic capillaries, they collect the lymph and supply to the lymphatic vessels. So lymphatic vessels, so their diameter is larger than the lymphatic capillaries. So then the lymphatic vessels, so they two or more, so they are joined together in the different parts of the body. So where there forms the one swelling point, so that was known as the lymphatic node. So this is the typical structures of lymphatic node. It will be having the various inlet and having only one outlet. Okay, with the help of the lymphatic vessel, it can collect the that is the lymph from the various part of the body and allow pass away from the single lymphatic vessels. So those carries the lymph away from the lymphatic node, so those are known as the efferent lymphatic vessel, and those can carry the lymph towards the lymph node, and those are known as the afferent lymphatic vessels. Afferent means, so they collect the lymph and drain to the or store to the in particular places in the lymph node. And from the lymph node, various processes occur because lymph node consists of phagocytes, T lymphocytes and beta lymphocytes. They can invade the microorganism and they can filter the lymph, unnecessary substance they can destroy, and that waste material is carried away from the lymph towards our systemic circulations or hurt with the help of another group of lymphatic vessels, and those are known as the efferent lymphatic vessels. So here the lymph node, so these are the small glandular oval bean structure. So they are mainly located in the head as well as in the neck, in the groin regions, in the arm fist, as well as in the pelvis and as well as the abdomen. So you can carefully, you can observe your neck, you can observe your arm fist and pelvis. So where some swelling is present, so those swelling are nothing but, so these are the lymph node. Or if you having any allergy, okay, especially in the bronchitis or throat infection and ear infections or abdominal infections or any problem in the leg, so on that time you can look at your organs. Okay, so where some swelling is present, So that swelling is nothing but lymph nodes. They are the swelled because the lymph nodes, especially in the case of allergy or in the case of inflammation, so their size is increases. If the lymph node size increases, means there are indications of the person that was suffering from the allergy, or the person is suffering from the blood cancers, because the blood cells like lymphocytes, certain type of WC, they are stored in the lymph nodes. If their number is increased, means that was known as the blood cancer. So on that time, the lymph node size is also increases. So with the help of the lymph size, we also diagnosis the conditions of the body. Okay, so regarding the lymph node, it mainly consists of two parts, that is the cortex and as well as the medulla. So in the medulla, there is the lymph filtration is taken place, that is center part. So this is known as the medulla, and outer part, so this consists of the layer of membrane. So those are known as the cortex. So these cortex, it mainly consists of the primary lymphoid follicles and as well as the secondary lymphoid follicles. So these primary and secondary lymphoid follicles, so they are mainly secrete the, are the, that is the beta lymphocytes, or they are secrete the macrophages, and macrophages they involved in the engulfing of the cells, that is the bacteria, viruses, and beta lymphocytes, so they are involved in the secretions of the immunoglobulin, so they are secreted from the cortex. Okay, so then the center part, that is known as the medulla. So this medulla, it is also consist of both T lymphocytes as well as the beta lymphocytes along with, so they are consist of the macrophages. So due to presence of T cells, so involved in the cellular mediated immunity, the presence of B cells or beta lymphocytes, it is involved in the regulations of the humoral mediated immunity, and the presence of macrophages, it is involved in the phagocytosis or engulfing of the larger particles in the site of the medulla. It is also consist of the, that is a certain cortex, they are made up of the, that is geminal center of the lymphatic nodules. So they are present inside the cortex. It is made up of the certain special structures. So that structures is helpful for the filtrations of the lymph, and as well as, so this geminal center, it can consist of the beta lymphocytes and as well as the macrophages. So that's why it is involved in the to regulations of the impact, that is the immune system. So lymph node, regarding the functions, it is mainly involved in the formations of the lymph and as well as the filtrations of the lymph. So with the help of the special structure, so that was made by the cortex or geminal center of lymphatic nodules, it is involved in the filtrations of the lymph. It can hold the lymphocytes or beneficial cells and allow only the waste material or the proteins they are required for a systemic circulation, and waste material the purpose of excretions. Okay, so that's why the lymph node, it is a site for the filtrations of the lymph, and the lymph node is also play important role in the regulations of the immunity and as well as the presence of the macrophages. So they are involved in the phagocytosis. Phagocyte is nothing but the engulfing of the macromolecules or larger particles. So next one is the spleen. So spleen is the main lymphatic organ. It is present in the abdominal cavity, or that is the upper part and left side of the abdominal cavity, that is the locations of the your spleen. Okay, you can observe just above the stomach, you can observe just below the heart in the left side. If that part was swell, means it indicates your spleen will be suffering from the splenomegaly, that is the size of the spleen is increases. The spleen size is always increases when you are suffering from the allergic reactions or bronchitis, or in your body the inflammation is present. So inflammation is present when the internal damage is occurs, or so when there is improper digestion is occurs in the GIT. So due to that the heat is increases. Due to increased heat, we are suffering from the inflammation. So on that time, the spleen size was increases. So that was known as the splenomegaly. It is present just above the stomach and left side of the body under the abdomen, just below the heart or just below the diaphragm. You can carefully can observe in the case of the allergy, in the case of inflammation, or in the case of the any entry of the foreign bacteria and microorganisms. So where it involve invading, so due to invading, it can involve the synthesis of the more macrophages and lymphocytes. Okay, it is present in the left side. So in the structure, it is easily indicate the associated organ for the spleen is a liver, and as well as that is the stomach. It is just above the stomach. Okay, so regarding the shape, it is look like a oval, and color, it is a purplish. Regarding size, it having the 12 centimeter length, 7 centimeter width, and 2.5 centimeter thickness. Weight regarding 200 gram. It consists of blood circulations about 150 to 200 ml per minute. That is about 5% of cardiac output. Regarding functions, it involved in the phagocytosis to kill the microorganisms and the productions of the blood cells. So lymph, the spleen, it consists of two parts. There is red pulp and white pulp. So red pulp, it consists of phagocytes, lymphocytes, plasma cells, and macrocytes. And white pulp, it is only consists of the lymphocytes and macrophages. So that's why the presence of red pulp and white pulp, it consists of various immune cells. Due to that, it was involved in the regulations of the immunity. Okay, so remaining will be continued in the next class. So regarding the lymphatic disorders.